The sun bled into the horizon, casting long shadows over the war-torn landscape. Verdansk bathed in a bloody glow, a haunting reminder of the battles fought and the lives lost. Buildings stood like jagged teeth against the dying light. It was beautiful. It was deadly. A helicopter roared overhead, slicing through the crimson sky.
The game had begun. The countdown echoed in their ears, a prelude to chaos.
100 souls dropped into the fray, each with a mission, each with a dream of victory. 100 stories waiting to be written, each one a potential legend in the making, but only one could survive. Only one could rise above the rest. Only one could claim victory, the ultimate prize in this digital battleground. T-Bone cracked his knuckles, a nervous habit, not nervous about death, nervous about winning. The stakes were high. He was a lone wolf. Always had been. No squads, no backup, just him against the world. Just him, his wits, and his trusty M4A1. A weapon that had never let him down. The solitude was a comfort, a shield against disappointment. It was his way of life. But it also meant every bullet, every decision was magnified. Every choice carried weight. One mistake and it was over. One wrong move and his journey would end. T-Bone checked his loadout one last time. M4A1 customized to perfection. Every attachment meticulously chosen. Ghost perk to stay off the radar, to move unseen and strike without warning. A few well-placed grenades for good measure. He was ready for whatever came next. This was his life now. A life of constant vigilance and relentless pursuit. Living and dying in the digital wasteland of Verdansk, a place where only the strongest survive. And tonight, he was determined to live. Determined to be the last one standing. The wind howled past T-Bone as he parachuted down, the cold air biting at his face. Buildings rushed closer, concrete canyons promising both cover and danger. The urban jungle below was a maze of opportunities and threats. He scanned the rooftops, marking enemy squads as they landed. Each mark was a potential threat, a challenge to his survival. No time for sentimentality. This was a game of inches and lives. Every decision, every move had to be precise. He landed silently, his boots barely making a sound on the pavement. Immediately the hunt began. The city was alive with danger, scavenging for weapons, ammo, armor. Every second counted. The right gear could turn the tide of battle. Every item could mean the difference between life and death. The clock was ticking. Time was both an ally and an enemy.
The first kill came quickly, a testament to his skill and readiness.
A lone operator, caught unaware. T-Bone's M4A1 barked, short controlled bursts, headshots. Precision was key. He moved on before the kill was even confirmed. No time to linger. No time for remorse, only survival. The battlefield demanded his full attention. He knew the map like the back of his hand. Every detail was etched in his memory. Every alleyway, every rooftop, every potential ambush point. He had studied them all. Verdansk was his hunting ground, a place where only the strongest survived, and he was the apex predator. But he wasn't invincible. He knew that well. He couldn't afford to be complacent, not for a second. Vigilance was his greatest weapon. The city became his playground. He darted from building to building, using the urban sprawl to his advantage. He was a phantom, unseen, unheard, until he struck. Then he was a whirlwind of death. He stumbled upon a firefight. Two squads, tearing each other apart. Bullets flew like angry hornets. He stayed in the shadows, letting them weaken each other. Divide and conquer, a classic tactic. He saw an opportunity, a flanking maneuver, risky but potentially game-changing. He took a deep breath and made his move. His heart pounded in his chest, a drumbeat of adrenaline.
He emerged from the smoke and unleashed a storm of lead.
One squad down, two enemies left. They were good. He'd give them that, but he was better. He always was. The final two enemies were relentless, their determination unwavering. They fought back with a ferocity that surprised even him, their attacks coming in waves.
Took a bullet to the shoulder. The pain is unbearable. Pain flared, hot and sharp, spreading through his body like wildfire.
He ignored it, pushing the pain to the back of his mind. The adrenaline was a powerful anesthetic, numbing his senses. He retreated behind a wall, nursing his wound, trying to catch his breath. His heart hammered against his ribs, each beat a reminder of the stakes. He was running low on ammo, low on time. Every second counted. The gas was closing in, a suffocating green wall of death inching closer.
I have to make a decision, now or never. Stay put, play it safe, or risk it all. Wait for them to come to me, ambush them, or take the fight to them, confront them head on.
One last desperate gamble. He smiled grimly, knowing the risks. He always had been a gambler, always willing to take the chance.
Time to end this. No more hesitation.
He popped a stim shot, feeling the familiar rush as it coursed through his veins, sharpening his focus. He charged out, guns blazing, every muscle in his body coiled with tension. A hail of bullets met him, the air thick with gunfire. He returned fire, his aim true, each shot a calculated move. One down, one to go. The final showdown awaited. The last enemy was a shadow flitting between cover. T-Bone's vision swam. He was low on health. One wrong move and it would all be over. He had come too far to fail now, not when victory was within his grasp. The gas was upon him, burning his lungs, blurring his vision.
The taste of metal in my mouth, but I can't stop. Won't stop. I'm T-Bone, and I will not be denied.
He spotted his target, a flicker of movement in the haze. He aimed, his finger tightening on the trigger. His heart pounded in his ears. The world shrank to this single moment, this single shot.
This is it.
He fired. The sound of the gunshot echoed through the empty streets of Verdansk. A hit. His enemy stumbled, falling to the ground. Silence. The gas closed in around him, suffocating, all-consuming.
I won.